早安, and every other language that means good morning. You're watching Finding Gino, a space where we believe that sometimes things have to get worse before they get better, but often it's hard to tell when those times are, so good luck. The last time we left off, I was talking about how hard it has been for me to learn how to let go. And today I'm going to share with you things that have helped me overcome this challenge.
You should warn them. You're not a mental health professional.
I did study psychology for 4 years-ish.
But you don't have a license.
Shut up, Steve.
We're saying the same thing.
I'm still mad at you.
I may represent all the douchey guys you ever dated, but you chose them. Some might think you love douches.
Deb and Steve are right. I am not a professional therapist, but I am a pro at anxiety, depression, and intense self-loathing. But I have been on an awfully messy journey to get out of it, and I am getting out of it. I am. I really am. I have done a buttload of different types of therapy, listened to legit mental health professionals and experts. I've also read tons of self-help books, and I'm always looking to learn from people. And I've created this prescription that is helping me at the moment, and I'm sure I will tweak it along the way, keep some things, throw away some things, but I really wanted to share with you what has helped me, and hopefully it will help you. And if it doesn't help you, it's cool. Just throw all that information out of the window, but please do subscribe and like this channel, because even if you learn or you don't learn something, you still take something away, and it makes my mom so happy when I have subscribers, so it's a win-win. Please click, subscribe, like. Thank you. Back to letting go. Usually the reason why I find it hard to let go of things is because I can't release or process this negative feeling that I'm having, because I've never really learned how to do that. And I find the best way to understand stuck emotions is through poop analogies.
When an octopus poops, it comes out the same tube that food goes in.
Gross.
I don't have an anus.
When you eat food, it needs to be processed and digested before it can come out. Technically, well, I guess you don't need to process or digest, actually. This analogy is failing me a little bit. Well, whatever you eat needs to come out. Ha! When I was in Thailand recently, I learned that elephants make this medicine out of leaves and herbs so that they can poop. Because if they don't poop, they die. Or if you're like me and get overwhelmed with so many emotions, you will feel like dying. A lot. How do we break down our experiences so we can expel them from our butts? Our heart butts. I don't think it's a coincidence that hearts are shaped like butts, but that's not my point. My point is, how do we digest emotions so we can flush them away? I have put together 4 things that have helped with my emotional digestion, oh my god, I can't say that word, digestion and flushing. Number 1.
Let your feelings have the mic.
Feel your feelings. Feel it all the fucking way till the end, and then come back round and do it again and again and again. Let it consume and overwhelm you. If you rationalize, criticize, criminalize all the feelings that you have, they will stay in you. Your brain doesn't work the same way that your heart does. Your brain thinks, but your heart expresses. So let your heart express. It's like when you get stabbed in your lower right ankle by a stingray and it hurts. You don't ask why, because it hurts like a bitch. Which leads me to my second point.
The only way out is through.
Let it explode out of you. Explosions are super cool anyway. Imagine all those feelings can be released, and instead of being embedded into your soul, taking captive of your heart and turning it into resentment and bitterness, it can just turn to dust and be blown away by the wind. I find the easiest way to let those feelings out is to vent to a friend, a trusted friend. Think of your friend as a fancy toilet bowl with a beautiful bidet, where you get to express your ass and have a nice wash at the end of it. But if there's no one around, just write. Take that pen and go all the way with it, like... I realize that the more honest I am with my feelings, no matter how embarrassing, mean, unfair, irrational, when I let all those feelings out, really just not judging them at all. I mean, I might be judging them when I'm writing them out, because I think that's only normal, but just keep on going and get through that discomfort. Usually what is underneath that is the real reason why I'm upset. And then I can actually address it so it can finally leave my freaking heart. But point 3.
Focus on all the lessons you've gained.
I was having this issue where I couldn't let go of this particular incident that happened. It wasn't just an incident, it was a series of incidences with one particular person. Every time I thought about it, it would just create all these negative emotions in me, just bringing up stuff of unworthiness and embarrassment and all those things. But I really wanted to turn that narrative around, and what I did was I wrote down all the things that I learned from that experience. And I kept focusing on those things. When I think back to that memory now, I don't focus on all the crappy things that happened that made me feel like shit. When that memory comes up, I think, all right, let's just focus on all the lessons learned. So now whenever that memory comes up, I don't feel as negative towards it because I've kind of created this flow of positive emotions coming out from it. Having said that, it's not that I look at that moment or that person favorably. I don't, of course not. But it does help ease the negativity. Lastly, and probably the hardest thing to do, gratitude. I used to think that gratitude was something that I had to feel before I could give it, but I'm a firm believer that gratitude doesn't happen as a default for human beings, unless I'm just a really shitty human. I think it's an attitude that needs to be practiced frequently before it can turn into sincere, genuine feelings. I can't coerce my heart into feeling gratitude, but when I do say the words, thank you for this lesson, thank you for this, my heart eventually starts to change. Eventually. Sometimes it might take a little longer than I would like. And I need to say this though, I feel like gratitude works well when you are feeling, expressing, and focusing on all the lessons. And all those things help with feeling gratitude. I'm not saying that I have to work to be grateful, but yes, I am saying that. It is hard work. And the reason why I realized gratitude was so important for me was because I found that resentment really loves holding on to things, and gratitude is a giver. And resentment sucks, man. It's like pooping in your pants. If you pooped in your pants, would you go to the grocery store or would you immediately throw that underwear into the fire and wash your ass? Resentment is like poop in your underwear. It's uncomfortable, gross for you, gross for everyone, and it will alienate you. However, even though you can poop out what you eat, whatever you eat will affect you in some form or another. It will affect your body or your health in some way or another. And so in the same way, even though I have digested a lot of the emotions and were able to process it, things come up. Things still come up. I just wish I could spray all that pain and regret with sanitizer and be done with it. But life is like applying sanitizer. You have to do it every day to keep the germs away. But you do want to boost your immunity though, so please lick a park bench every opportunity you can. Not every opportunity you can. Every now and then. I'm sticking with that. Alrighties, it's time for me to watch Anna make elephant poop medicine so they don't die. And on that note, thank you for watching Finding Gino. He is Steve, she is Deb, my name is Gino. Come find us.